Hello again, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Ringside Entertainment. I am your host, the precious one, Precious Paul. And today, fans, I am joined by my co-host, Frankie the Fixer.
Well, I just want to say it's great to be back, even though I'm sitting next to you. Well, let's get down to business. We have a lot of recapping to do here.
Yes, we do, fans. Fans, we have two shows we're going to recap for you. We have our February 7th show down at the Rec Center, a February Fallout show to discuss. And then also, fans, we were in Saugus for our March Mayhem show. So let's go over some results and what happened at these shows. Now, fans, at the February Fallout show, one of the great matches that we had, and in fact, it was one of Fix's favorite matches.
Oh, it was a dog collar match.
That's right. It was a dog collar match, a tag team dog collar match where the Vachons, Pierre and Damien, took on the Hellraisers, the team of Misery and Pain.
It was an incredible match. Tons of action outside the ring and in the ring. Fans got their money's worth in that match alone.
Fans, of course, an old-fashioned dog collar match, and we're both from the old school, and of course, dog collar match. Fans, if you weren't there, simply it's a 10-foot length of chain,
heavy chain
that each man is tied to, wrapped around the neck with a dog collar.
Oh yeah, and people hanging over the ropes. I mean, it was a brutal match.
And the chain is legal. I mean, there was blood.
Yes, quite a bit of blood.
Yes, there was, fans. So if you weren't there for that one, you missed a great match. One. You know, of course, the dog collar matches were made popular way back then by the late Junkyard Dog.
JYD. JYD was Chitlin Circuit.
Yeah, was quite popular with JYD. Of course,
Wahoo McDaniel. Some of the greats made them famous.
Yeah, of course, one of the biggest ones of all time was Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper.
Yeah, Roddy Piper and Greg Valentine in a serious classic.
They were matches. There were matches all over the country.
And we brought it back to you at RSE.
And
something hasn't been seen in the area in quite a while, fans.
And the response that we've gotten, fans,
overwhelming.
It definitely overwhelming, and I'm sure in the future we will have another match like that. Unless, of course, the co-owner doesn't want to have one. You never know. Again. Well, I'm just telling the truth. It's possible he don't want to have it. I mean, T.J. Anderson, I mean, should I get started this early in the show about T.J. Anderson?
Well, that's your whole thing. I mean, you're always picking on the guy.
I mean, T.J. I got a lot to say about T.J. Anderson, fans, as I stated at the last show when we were here, and we'll get to that.
Oh, of course. It wouldn't be a show unless you...
Of course. Well, I can't help it. Every show, he does something that
irks you, irritates you.
It's not just me. It's the city of Evan, it's the fan, it's everybody in general.
But he does bring quality wrestlers into his... posse, shall we call it?
Well, okay, yes, he does that, but I mean, it's by hook, it's by crook, it's by cheating, it's
effective.
It's effective, yes, but it's cheating. Let's call it for what it is.
Well, we see things in a different light.
Well, of course, my fans,
let's talk about my friend Cameron Replay. He was graciously filled in for me and held on to his lightweight title.
Yeah, in a three-way match against Zach Mason and Enigma. Now, did you see the match? I mean, you remember that match?
Yes.
Do you recall? Do you recall that there was some cheating going on? That once again, that Cameron Replay won by a little camera help by one of his entourage members? Do you recall that?
Well, I mean, there was an incident where a person tripped into a cameraman that was standing there.
Well, of course,
it hit his head on. I mean, you might see it different as the person striking him, but...
Do we have to watch the film clips?
We're not going to go to footage.
If I get the camera guy in the back here, the editor here, maybe we can bring that up.
You know what? I want to talk about the major thing in RSE with Scott Osborne finally seeing the light, coming over to Team Elite. Yeah, that irks you, doesn't it? Another mastermind move by T.J. Anderson, your nemesis.
My nemesis. Yeah,
I know that had a stick in your crowd.
Well, of course it did. I mean, our champion, Scott Osborne, turned his back on his partner, stunning Sean Stevens.
Team Elite's champion.
Now he joined Team Elite, fans. I mean, we showed you that last time, fans.
Awesome. I think that's great.
Well, of course you would say that. I mean,
I'm a fan of Team Elite, obviously.
Oh, obviously you are, and I'm not a fan or a member of Team Elite.
No, you hate them.
Well, hate's a strong word.
You're envious of them.
No, I'm not envious
of them. I think
sometimes
you're envious of T.J. Anderson's prowess in acquiring wrestlers.
That'll be the day. That would be the day. All right? T.J. Anderson has nothing over me that I would want from him, believe me.
Got a lot of cash.
And so do I.
Yeah, there's been rumors about that from back in the days we used to take pills. But that's another story.
Wow.
I'll never let that die down.
That was never proven.
That was
proven.
So,
yeah, well, fans.
It's not like you went to court like me and you were acquitted. That was proven.
Fans, let's get back to the task at hand here.
Well, the task at hand, let's
is that our champion? Well, now, I mean, he turned his back on the fans and everything else, and to join Team Elite, it's just it was a despicable dark day in the annals of RSE.
Really, now some people might think it was him finally seeing the light. I mean, let's face it. Scott Osborne is a champion and a winner in every sense, shape, and form. And he wants to be where all the gold is. I mean, and let's face it, Team Elite is the creme of the creme of RSE.
But Scott Osborne, he has the gold. He doesn't have to join anything else for gold. He has the gold.
He wants to be surrounded by premier wrestlers in a stable led by the mastermind. And I must say, T.J. Anderson, all right, when he walks, sometimes, there's a trail of slime. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we all know that. But the man, when it comes to, he's one step ahead of everyone. You got to give him that, Paul.
Again, I like to give credit where it's due, but, I mean, has he ever done anything that's been, like, on the up and up?
No.
No.
But that's what makes him so great.
Well, that's why I can't give him that much credit. I don't think he can stand on his own 2 feet.
I don't know. He seems to, I mean, he does it with this. He's been known to take a few beatings in the ring.
He does it with this?
Which well, in a little of this.
And a lot of that is it proves on our Christmas show.
Oh, that's
another story. He comes stumbling on here.
He's went to rehabilitation. That's over with. Don't smear the man's good name.
Again, should we show some film clip?
No.
What happened
I think we
after that turn in February?
The RSC March show that took place in Saugus, because I mean, once again, great acquisition. Bo Douglas, newest member of Team Elite. I mean, you got to give the guy credit. I mean, that's a major grab.
Yeah, that's true, fans.
I mean, they're coming into the year with some major acquisitions here. Team Elite, already a force to be reckoned with in RSE, is now even bigger and better than ever.
That's true.
Who can stand up to this stable?
That's true, Fixer fans. As Fixer just stated, that at the Saga show, March Mayhem, that the owner pulled out yet another coup.
Card, another coup. You got to give it to the man.
He signed to join Team Elite, Bo Douglas.
I mean, that came out of nowhere. I mean, some of us were in the know, but.
Well, of course, I'm sure you wouldn't know, but
well, I mean, we're in the inner circle. I mean, the Fixer knows these things.
So fans, Team Elite now with the heavyweight champion, Scott Osborne. They have the lightweight champion in Cameron Replay. They've added Bo Douglas. They have the Phoenix. They have the Rookie of the Year in Justin Case. I mean, it just goes on and on with them.
They remind me of the old Four Horsemen. They just always seem to win.
Always seem to be one step ahead of everybody. And fans, again, it was, in fact, when Bo Douglas fought, Bo Douglas had a match that night with the Reaper. Fans, as you know, the Reaper
was ordered into the ring.
He was
before clearing medical thing. I'll give you that.
And fans,
that just shows you the power of T.J. Anderson.
And fans, in fact, we cannot show you that match between the Reaper
due to legal restrictions
and Bo Douglas at this time because, again, the Reaper was not medically cleared, and there's issues here.
There's discrepancies there.
Some legalities that have to be ironed out before we can show this
match.
But
he showed a lot of intestinal fortitude to go in there, hurt and injured. I know for a fact he still had a couple of cracked ribs. I know that for a fact.
And his shoulder was he came into the ring with a shoulder harness still on. He was forced to wrestle by our co-owner. So once again, the co-owner wielding the power. I mean, the man that the clearance.
But can I interject here for a minute?
Yes, go ahead.
You have to understand one thing. When you're the owner of a company as prestigious as RSE, you have to make tough decisions. He felt at that point in time he needed Reaper in the ring to perform for the fans. The fans paid good money.
But does he realize, but because of liability issues, we could be in some, well, we could be in some serious trouble.
Sure,
that's my point.
Anderson has a lawyer or two in his
and that's why we got our lawyers checking into this, because if he's found to be at fault here,
it could be a liable suit.
And this company, it
could be held accountable.
Right.
But something though, he's got a slew of boardroom lawyers, as you've seen many times when he's fired different refs. You might say reneged on contracts. I say just use loopholes. I mean, the man has his. Let's get off that though. I mean, there was a return of the Big Islanders.
Well, that's the Islanders have returned here to RSE under a new name.
Better Than You University. I think that's catchy. I like that.
BTU.
BTU.
Better known as Better Than You University, as the fixer has stated. And Makua and Kahuku looked just as good as they have been when they were here in the past.
Yeah, a little bit older now, a little bit more ring savvy to them. A couple of big boys that don't mind mixing it up.
And so they are here, fans. And
yeah, that's right, ring savvy fans.
And they will remain with us here for a while, as their contract has been picked up here at RSE. But I still want to get back to the Reaper, and because I really feel that if this decision by the lawyers goes against this company, we are in for a world of hurt. I mean, we're
possible.
And if to me, now this is personally speaking, if this comes through, and that hurts our company, I think because it's the owner, T.J. Anderson,
he'll take the fall.
Because what he did, it should come out of his pocket and not the company of RSE.
He is the company. His pocket is the bankroll.
Well, he doesn't own anything in this company, and
You couldn't help but hear my name.
There you go.
You boys want to just part the C there so the owner of the company can walk in.
well, fans, so you see it.
And we do have a big April 7th show coming up too.
We are joined by our co-owner, T.J. Anderson.
Thank you.
I want to be the first one to congratulate you on a big coup. Not only bringing Bill Douglas in and signing him.
I've been a busy man in 2007, as you know.
You have.
Now, for all the marks out there who think they know everything that's going on, okay? Now, you've been in the business a long time.
Yes, I have.
You know what a shoot is, right?
Yes.
Explain to the people who don't know what a shoot is. What's a shoot?
Well, we're going to let you explain it.
A shoot, folks, is when someone comes out with no script,
and
no
wins it.
pre-plan, and just tells you the dead straight truth.
From your mouth, walk with the dead straight
So
truth.
this guy here has a lot of issues with me.
Right.
Which is kind of interesting because I do help sign the checks. But okay.
But
what I'm going to do,
You've allowed him to keep this show.
I've allowed him to keep the show. He sits there show after show, whether it's Saugus or ever.
He does demean you.
And he does demean the guy.
But he is
the
good.
check. But you know what? That's fine. I'm a believer in the First Amendment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you sit here for the rest of the show. Both of you gentlemen, you fire any question at me you want, and I'm going to shoot with the answer. How's that?
Paul, you go first since he's your nemesis.
Here's your chance.
Fine. Why did you let Reaper enter the ring when he was not medically cleared?
Good question.
Okay. At the beginning of the show, as I was speaking with Quest, okay, and I introduced my newest acquisition, Bo Douglas, okay, my first order was to have Bo finish the job on Quest that we started. Who came to the ring? Uninvited.
Go ahead, answer me.
Unannounced. Who came to the ring?
Say it.
I'll say it.
Well, we're going to go there and try and
He was
wield
well
a chair.
enough to stand there and wield the chair, wasn't he? So at that point, I determined, as the owner of the company,
He was well enough
as
to perform?
as an employee of this company, if he was well enough to wheel that chair around, he was certainly well enough to compete in one-on-one competition that night.
Valid point.
Valid point. Now, go ahead, next question. In fact, I'll even go you one better. I ordered him in to face Bo Douglas. I didn't order him into the Battle Royal, did I? Did I order him into the Battle Royal?
I don't know.
I did. Did he win the Battle Royal? Yes, he did. Reaper won the Battle Royal. So if I ordered him in to the Battle Royal, wouldn't you think I would have wielded enough power and enough cash in that Battle Royal to take him out right away?
That's a valid point, Precious. Do you have any rebuttal for that?
You do wield a lot of power.
Wait a minute.
There were people
He went into
trying
the
to
Battle
take him
Royal
out.
on his own.
He went into the Battle
And won.
Royal on his own and won. And you know what?
Despite
him.
being hurt, not clear.
Good for him. That show, you know, had he shown that kind of moxie, had he played through the pain with Team Elite,
He'd still be
we
alive.
never would have had to give him the beating that we gave him. Next subject, next question.
Well, do you realize now that we are...
Next subject, next question.
Well, I'm trying to give you a question.
Shoot.
Do you realize now that we are in some legal bind
No,
here?
actually, see, that's where you're wrong. We
So
were
you're in the dark.
we had legal trouble right up until the time he willingly and knowingly, okay,
Took the chair.
went to the booker in the back of the room and said, "I'm good to go in the battle royal."
And is it true that he brought a doctor's note clearing him? Because I heard that rumor.
He had
So that
since,
absolved
he had
you of the
since
legal-
he has since been
See, I
examined,
know it.
and
See?
he is cleared to wrestle
He did have cracked ribs still, but
on a
it was very
limited
clear.
schedule. He's not
Unlimited
cleared to wrestle
on a regular
full
basis.
time, but he is cleared to limit to wrestle on a
And he
limited
figured
basis.
he cashed
right
in
now.
on the Battle Royal.
Absolutely, that was extra cash.
So it
that
could've been green
that
on
was
his
because now
Hmm.
you want to shoot. Why did we have a battle royal that night? Well, I'll tell you. See, nobody wants to sit here and get in trouble and say, "Oh, we're revealing business secrets." I own the freaking company. I'll reveal all the secrets I want.
Language. We don't want to
I don't
start
care.
those lawsuits again.
Now, there was supposed to be in Saugus an RSE title match between Stunning Sean Stevens and Scott Osborne.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott, coming from another area that weekend,
Had
Okay.
contractual obligations
had
elsewhere.
contractual
I heard that
obligations,
addressing it.
could
That's
not
true,
make his
yes.
flight to get to Saugus. Stunning
I'll
was in
vouch for
another
that.
part
I heard
of New
that.
England, okay, in an afternoon show somewhere else. I won't mention that federation's name, but he was contracted that afternoon. They ran late with Scott not being able to make the plane anyway. We decided in the back to throw a battle royal in for the fans.
Good decision, too.
So instead of
The fans get their money's worth.
ripping off the people and giving them one last match, okay, I decided, along with the booking committee that happened to be in Saugus that night, let's throw out a battle royal. Who wants a battle royal? There's an extra $2,500 for the winner. You saw all the people that signed up,
Well, yeah, the Reaper with all those medical
and the,
bills.
and
I'm
the,
sure
Re-
he
and the
wanted
Reaper
that.
won himself an extra $2,500.
And he allowed him to enter that. So you got to give him credit.
My sources tell me.
Your sources.
My sources
I'm
tell
in the company.
me
He has sources. This ought to be good.
that Scott
Who's your source?
Osborne.
Quest.
No,
Oh, okay.
I will not reveal my sources, but my sources tell me that the
That's
champion,
good.
Scott
You
Osborne,
do that.
was not at another show. He was out, imbibing
Absolutely not.
Imbibing
Absolutely not. That
with
is
some
100%
female
inaccurate.
acquaintances.
Now,
That
see, now this is a
100%
shoot. Now I want to
inaccurate.
stick up for
And
him
if you
right there.
continue on this line,
That's blasphemy.
I am going to turn around and
That's
have you
slander.
sued. I'm going to have you sued.
I'm just telling you by my sources.
Well, those sources can. Those sources.
Now, you know,
those
he's a professional. You've no right saying that.
Absolutely. Now,
I have my sources.
Now, let's
sources stink.
let's forget about the past, if you will.
I want to talk about the past again.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now, also,
Good. Shoot.
Bo Douglas,
Bo Douglas.
you have acquired Bo Douglas to join Team Elite. Why did you feel the need to acquire Bo Douglas?
To build the stable up even better than it is. That's obvious.
That first.
Are you kidding
Wow,
me?
thank you, TJ Anderson. I thought I was talking to TJ Anderson.
One-
That's an absurd question.
One, and
I'm not
Frankie
talking
knows
to you, I'm
this.
talking to him.
All right, go ahead.
One, Bo Douglas is a ring veteran. Has been in the ring many years.
Oh, yeah. He's
Veteran, serious ring veteran of the Indy
He's
circuit.
good. He's good.
Traveled up and down from Maine down to the Carolinas.
Been up and down the East Coast on
Exactly.
many different
Is that not
independent
true? Has
leagues.
Bo Douglas not been up and down the East Coast?
Yes, he has.
Has Bo Douglas not been on our shows off and on for the past 6 years?
Yes, he has.
Okay. So I sign him to a full-term contract with RSE, and I'm the bad guy?
I didn't say you were a bad guy. I was just asking a
What
question.
did you just say? You didn't say he was a bad guy?
You just said you besmirched the man's character and name right at the beginning of the show.
What did I say?
You said he's scum like me. We can
I
review
never,
the tape.
I never called him scum. I might have called you scum. I didn't call him
besmirched
scum.
his character. So that's why I signed.
You know what it is? You two just don't like each other.
BTU. By the way, BTU is not better than University. It's better than University. If you're gonna get somebody's name right, do it. Do it, please. Get your notes right when you're running the show. Thank you.
That was my
I don't
fault.
have them
I
under
believe always
contract.
It might have been his.
For a Team Elite, do I?
Not yet. They might not be up to your criteria.
I gotta look at these guys.
Back.
Mr.
I gotta take a look at it.
Mr. Co-owner,
Thank you. Now it's Mission.
can you
I don't know.
sometime in the near future can you bring on the champions? I would like to ask some questions. I'd like to hear from him of really why he did what he did. Is that possible?
I can tell you why.
Are you going to speak for him?
Of course.
Okay, go ahead.
As you, who is my part? The champion?
Straight up.
Absolutely not. He is his own man.
I thought so. All right. He just came for the prestige of wrestling this league in the big box.
Exactly right.
All right. That's what
I offered him a bonus,
signing bonus,
to come be part of my personal stable. Outside of his contract with RSE, I offered him a personal incentive to come.
That's not all the time, though. There's nothing illegal about that.
When he was running with the stunning Sean Stevens of the world, and those kept him down as a champion. This is your show. How many times did you go out of your way to invite him on the show?
I've had him on a couple times.
Once or twice. You cut the guy off every time you try to ask him a question. You made him look like an idiot, like he was a savant that he couldn't speak. I mean, the guy's got a body chiseled from granite. Does he not have one of the best bodies in this company?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Is he not one hell of a fine technical wrestler?
Yes, he does.
Does he not possess one of the best mean streaks I've seen in a long time in this business?
Well, he does now, thanks to joining Team Elite.
So what happened to make Scott Osborne nice champion? Oh, Scott, nice, to be Scott Osborne, the man with the killer instinct, the man who's going to carry that belt for years. He needed someone to show him what he had inside.
To bring out the evil
that was me. He needed the evil.
He needed the money.
The greatest mind in the last 20 years in this business.
I beg to differ. I got to go with Lou Albano.
Not in the indie business. In this business of wrestling, the greatest mind to come along in the last 20 years is me.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. I would. And I signed the paychecks, remember that.
I know, but you know, you can rent me, but you can't own me. I've told you that before.
That's fine. I like every once in a while for my people to speak their mind when I let them. Go ahead, next question. You're shooting with the owner. Go ahead.
This could become a new segment, huh? Shooting with the owner.
Shooting with the owner.
Okay.
April 7th is our next show.
April 7th, fans.
And this is the hottest ticket in town.
Hardest
ticket in town, fans.
That's the second hottest ticket in town.
Oh, there's not a hotter ticket than our April 7th show.
That's another reason why I'm here. Now, for all the talk about what have I ever done, okay, I have something
that's hotter than this ticket?
Hotter than that ticket. It's a prelude. This is going to be the warm-up to June 16th.
June 16th.
June 16th. Now, you know,
Major foundation coming aboard.
That
tell them.
The mastermind and I put our differences aside, and we went out, and we pitched, and we solicited, and we put together a plan to hold a fundraising event, basically a half, three-quarter day event, 4, 5, 6 hour event, June 16th at Everett High School at the Fieldhouse.
And a lot of things are going to take place besides fine wrestling. There's going to be all kinds of stuff.
The wrestling itself
is just one part.
It's going to be one part.
Obviously the showcase, but
now, you know that we have final approval?
Yes.
Okay, we now have final approval. Do you know we're going to be selling raffle tickets for a nearly $18,000 2007 Harley Davidson?
Yes, I was aware of that.
Do you know that the drawing for that will be the night of the show, June 16th?
Live.
Live that night. Do you know what June 17th is?
Father's Day. Wouldn't it be nice to give Dad a nice Harley to ride into the wind? Think about that. What would Dad like more than that?
What better gift to give
dear old Dad?
Dear old Dad.
And remember, Harley Davidson is made in the USA.
That's right.
Would you care to tell the fans actually the name of the?
In addition,
again, I'm sorry.
In addition to that Harley Davidson, each ticket you buy, and we have, folks, we're going to have a specific website. We hope within the next week to 10 days.
Dedicated solely to
this event. I cannot reveal the name of the website. We bought the domain. We have finalized it. However, we have to put it all together. There is going to be the Funk Phenomenon performing off and on.
Once again.
We have at least one record label signed recording artist coming. Now, don't go crazy. We're not going American Idol. We have a local recording artist trying to make his or her way out there, who we have booked.
So once again, you're showcasing talent in other venues
This
also.
is going to be, and this is where the shoot comes in for all you marks out there. This is going to be hopefully the first of an annual event that will raise money. You know,
I heard it's for the Cam Neely Foundation.
Thank you very much. It's going to be for the Cam Neely
a worthwhile charity.
Cancer Foundation. Okay? Now, I mean, you tell me if it gets any bigger in this. That is going to be the biggest day in the history of this company.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And Cam Neely fans, obviously, former Boston.
Now let's just for a second, folks. Okay.
Legendary Boston.
Frankie and I are okay. I'll tell you the straight up truth. I don't really like him. I don't know why he works for me. Okay,
he does
that's
do a
fine.
good job. He sees things different.
But there's one time you put aside personal and you focus on the business and you focus on giving something back to kids.
He's got a point there, Precious.
Now I may go out there April 7th like I do every other time, and I may pick on everybody under the sun with good reason, because basically they're still all, lowlifes.
Hey, now.
But however, there are people out there worse off, and if we as a foundation, if we as a company can help the Neely Foundation,
that's a good thing.
To raise money, you know what?
That's a good thing.
Even my cold black heart.
It is cold and black, because I've known him for years.
Just warms a touch if we can do this. And I'm going to tell you something else, folks. When word of this started to leak, we get calls from other cities close to Everett.
There were a couple of calls from New Hampshire that I personally took.
New Hampshire, okay, that said, we will guarantee you a sellout crowd in our facility if you bring that to us. The mastermind
was able to keep it here in Everett.
We decided to keep it here in Everett. We have convinced
for our fans
that we can sell. We can sell out the Everett High School Fieldhouse. Now, those of you who know the Fieldhouse know that holds in excess of 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay. We can sell it out.
Oh, I believe we can.
I believe we can sell it out.
You can't ask for a better cause.
The tickets are hopefully going to be available in a couple of music
outlets,
DVD places. I cannot give their names
name it this time
because we're in negotiations with them. But mark this down, folks. June 16th.
June 16th. That's a Saturday, right before Father's Day. Father's Day weekend.
The event is going to be titled Slam Jam. Okay? Body slams. Is going to be music. There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on.
I heard there's going to be a little bit of a midway.
Yeah, we're negotiating with a strongman outfit that we, again, we're going to have it finalized very soon. But, okay, and here's where another part of the shoot comes in. June 16th, if we sell that building out, if it's a sellout, we turn away people at the door. That night, I will put up half ownership of this company to anybody who answers my challenge that night.
In the ring?
In the ring.
There you have it,
in
folks.
The ring.
Open challenge.
Everybody who sits there, and when I walk through the streets...
You better be careful. Precious don't take you up on that.
They sit there, and everybody wants a piece, and everybody says, I'm all this.
He might come in there and hit you with all quarters and take you out.
Everybody who's got the big mouth, put your $15 a ticket where it is, sell the place out, and that night, I'll put half ownership of this company on the line. That's a challenge.
Fans included?
That's a challenge to everybody who hears me. It's going to go on the website.
Whoa! You heard it, fans. An open challenge.
You heard it, fans. Okay, we're going to get...
You could be in trouble.
We're going to get a wrap-up sign here. So, fans, we will continue this as other shows...
and don't forget, April 7th.
April 7th. Tickets are $10. General admission across the board.
Doors open at 6. Matches start at 7.
That's going to be the warm-up, folks. Let's put at least 600-700 people into that rec center.
April Aggression.
April Aggression is the name of the show. That night, April 7th, we're going to have the Harley raffle tickets. You're going to be getting the tickets in hand for June 16th. Okay? I'm
going to tell you something. It's going to sell out. Get them now.
This
Seriously.
When we tell you it's going to sell out June 16th, I'm telling you, this is going to be a turn-away crowd. This
could become an annual event.
Now here's the hook. If we sell the building out, if we do what we say we're going to do, it's an annual event for the Neely Foundation. You guys close the show.
So fans, on behalf of my co-host, the Fixer,
And
the co-owner, T.J. Anderson. I said the co-owner, T.J.
the
Anderson.
real owner. The greatest mind in this business in the last...
This is the precious one, fans. Until next time, good night.